All right, it's that time for the end of the day report of yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger Reports. All right, tonight is a very quick video. I want to focus on Bitcoin and the precious metals to give you an idea of how what to expect going into next week. Now, as you know, we're coming up on the anniversary of 9/11. Therefore, I do not see the market, as far as stock market selling off tomorrow or Monday, this coming Monday. I just don't see that happening. So, these are norms in the market that take place. Another one of those is the 4th of July period. You will not see stocks crash on the 4th of July. You will not see see that happening. Also on the anniversary of 9/11. If anything, you can expect a rally. So real quick, this is a chart of Boeing. You can see here on this weekly chart, we came into this week under the crash alert sell signal. We got that downside production. And depending on how things go tomorrow, it may close around where it is right now. It may stay here, right? But just keep in mind, this does have the possibility of rallying back and testing the upper end of this trading range that was established the week of August the 20th. Prices have remained in this trading range, and I believe that this is probably the last bar of testing the lower end of the range. I think the market's going to try to get back up. You got the overhead trend line resistance, the initial target, if that can happen. But also to the crossroads, because right now, you see right here, right where the highs are at, today's, I'll say this week's highs are right at the top of the Kumo cloud. So you got the top of the Kumo cloud and you got the overhead trend line resistance. So chances are too, it could fall over the cliff here as well. So I just want to make that plain to you. You're at a crossroads when it comes to Boeing. All right, the question is, which broker do you use for futures? I trade with the Thinkorswim by TD Ameritrade, which was bought out by, was it Charles Schwab, I think? I can't remember who bought out TD Ameritrade, but that's what I use. I use the Thinkorswim platform. I have used, over the years, multiple platforms. I've used Interactive Brokers, known as IB. I've used Fidelity. I've used, what was it, Scotch Trade? I've used so many. My favorite, though, is Thinkorswim. And then I would say second would be Interactive Brokers. Those would be my top two that I like to use the most because they're pretty easy to use. All right, so let's take a look at these precious metals real quick and wrap this up. All right, here's where you are on gold. All right, now you can see we are creating a crash alert sell signal going into next week. Now, unless there's some big rally to change this, right now, this is what we're looking at going into next week, which means that when Sunday comes and the market opens Sunday evening, you can expect this market to head south and test and or take out this bearish pointer. This is also a trading range bar that has been established, and you can see price action has been remaining inside of this bar. Been testing the higher end of this range, and I think the market's getting ready to go down and test the bottom end of the range. You got a few things happening. You got the Kumo cloud top and bottom here, along with this pointer. I think this is going to pull prices down going into next week, so you need to be prepared for that. Okay, you said you see job requirements for 100 plus employees. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sharing the screen. My bad. I thought I was. Let me all right. Is that better? Okay. So here on the gold chart, like I was saying, this is weekly charts we're looking at. So far, we're forming a crash alert sell signal going into next week. Unless something happens tomorrow to make this this market turn, this is what we're looking for. Okay, this is what we are looking at. And like I said, here's your bearish pointer right here. I think we've been testing the upper end of this trading range, this bar right here. This bar I made on the week of August the 13th. This has been the trading range bar. And you can see we stayed here for several weeks testing the upper end of this range. I think the market's getting ready to come down here now and test the bottom of the range. But the problem is that this is a bearish pointer. So there's a high probability that prices will take this out and fall over the edge. All right, so I had to show you that. That's what this gold is looking like this market wants to go over the cliff, okay? Yeah, I'm working on the morning rants, man. They're going to come back. Morning rants will come back. I just been really busy in the lab with the pulse waves, getting ready for the final quarter of the trading year, the final quarter of the business year, and getting ready for possible algo shifts in the process. So I've been in the lab making sure the pulse waves are on point. Keep in mind too, folks, I'm doing this for thousands of securities. I'm doing pulse waves for stocks and for financial futures, commodities, forex, crypto, you name it. Thousands of securities worldwide. So I've been really working. You have no idea. I've been working like a slave, man. But it's for you guys, so you can make this money. All right, let's see. Pull up silver, and we'll finish out the precious metals. All right, so here's your silver weekly. You can see that this one was at the bottom end of the range. Now it's starting to move up the test, the higher end of the range, but having a lot of problems hanging out there. Right now, the bulls are hanging on by a thread, right? Keeping that door open for more upside potential, which it can. This is a very wide Kumo cloud. Look at this Kumo cloud, folks. All right, the top end of this cloud is at $26.63, and the Kumo support is at $21.78. So you got a practically a $5 trading range on this Kumo cloud. That is a wide cloud, and we've just been chilling here on this trading range that was established on the week of August the 13th, just like the gold chart I just showed you. So market's moving sideways within there. It looks like you're trending, but you're not. You're just moving inside of this trading range here. All right, so it's trying to do something, but this overhead trend line resistance is a tough one, which is that $25 handle. And then you got this resistance up here. So this can flip around drastically inside of this Kumo cloud, but we are not trending. All right. Right now, though, the market bias is a bearish bias. We're in the bearish zone. But as far as the trend is concerned, we're not trending. Does that make sense? So bearish bias, all right, overall, you can see. And I think this market's about to fall over the edge of the cliff here. Very, very high probability. All right, so since you didn't see the chart on the Boeing, I'll bring that back up. Okay, so here's the Boeing, the weekly. We came into this week under the crash alert sell signal. We got this downside production here. This is another interesting one because look at this. You're inside of the Kumo cloud now, and it's a significant cloud. It's pretty vast. $222.64 top side, $186.06 on the bottom. That's an enormous cloud. Okay, so I think that this is going to continue to pull back. You got the overhead trend line resistance crossing right here with the top of the Kumo cloud. That's a strong overhead resistance, and it will take a lot of bullish momentum to get this market outside, breaking out of top side of the Kumo cloud at this time. I don't see that happening. I think the bears are going to keep this thing in the red zone, and I think we have the possibility of falling off the cliff going into next week. All right, last but not least, this is my last one, then I got to wrap this up. Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin, as you can see here, we're still trading within the range established on the week of May the 21st of 2021. We just been hanging out here at the higher end of the range for some time, because you look over here, we were at the bottom end of the range for a long time. Now we are here at the higher end of the range. I think that even though right now it's forming a crash alert sell signal so far going into next week, keep in mind that a Friday for For cryptocurrencies, their Friday starts Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard New York time and runs until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard New York time on Sunday night. Okay. That is a Friday for the cryptos. I did not make that up. I did not create that. That is just how those markets run. You don't have to like it, but you do have to deal with it. All right. So you got some time for this bar to change. Okay. This complexion can change, but just keep in mind, this is where we are currently right now. All right. So unless something changes, we're looking at a crash alert sell signal going into next week, whereby we're looking at the Bitcoin price coming down to the trend line support, 35,000, folks. First stop is at 40,000, next stop 35,000, then the third stop will be at 30,000. I know, ouch. All right, but that's where you are right now. You got to deal with it, okay? Now, that doesn't mean that's where we're going. It just means that unless a lot of buying momentum can come in here to prop it up, you could use this as a bounce. You can bounce from here, or you can bounce from here. All right, these support zones, the market can bounce aggressively off of, and you can get an incredible rally. Right now, the foundation has been built for the Bitcoin to rally. However, if this is a crash alert sell signal that we establish, and when 6:01 rolls around Sunday night, right, then this thing has no choice but to go down, because that's where all the market pressure is coming from. Now, I know what you're going to say. The last crash alert sell signal back here, the week of June the 25th of 2021, netted no downside production whatsoever. And you're right. All right. Let's hope and pray, if you're a bull, that this is going to be a repeat of back here. Because if not, then you have the potential to see what happened the week of May the 14th of this year, when you had an awesome downside production. All right. And the time before that, you had downside production. All right. And the time before that, you had downside production. So you're hoping that it's not this or this, but the potential is always there with these rally alerts and these crash alerts. You cannot ignore them. So if you were long and you have enjoyed all of this and you didn't get stopped out yet, you may want to start thinking about locking in some profit. Really, you should have already been stopped out of longs before this got to here, So pop your way through it. Don't give back all your gains, folks. You never want to do that, okay? All right, with that being said, you know what it is. Smash that like button. Now, tomorrow morning, we will be having our webinar at 10 a.m. All right, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing our webinar, our Friday webinar. So you don't want to miss that. All right, be here, be square. And again, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And have a great weekend. For those that will not be able to attend the webinar tomorrow, have a great weekend. Be safe and enjoy 2K22, which will be out. It comes out at midnight tonight. So for those that are here on the East Coast, you lucky people in New Zealand and Australia, you already playing and grinding your My Career character. So enjoy. The rest of you, you know what it is, man. I'm out. Peace.